What's your view on that? What do you think? Where's that headed?
Right. I don't think it's heading anywhere. So what again, the filibuster, what it does is it requires 60 votes in the Senate to pass legislation. You have for most all legislations except the budget reconciliation. So it always takes 60 votes to pass legislation on the Senate side. What I believe the filibuster does is it forces Republicans and Democrats to work together in a bipartisan situation where we have long-lasting legislation. I think all of us are great at right now is that the current administration wants to unwind the tax cuts from 2017. If you keep changing tax laws, it's really hard to do estate planning, a business plan that you don't know if your capital expenses, how long they're going to be taken out. So I think what the filibuster does is give us consistencies in our law and order. I've had personal conversations with a good friend, Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin, a Democrat, a bipartisan relationship I've had for 4 years, dinner most every night when I'm in DC, every Tuesday night, once a week with Joe Manchin. So him and Kyrsten Sinema, a Democrat from Arizona, she's really an independent. She's really a Maverick and a sharp young lady that I really have grown to respect. And they both have said in writing that they will not support getting rid of the filibuster. Joe's a godly man, has always been a man of his word. I'm going to take him at his word. And Kyrsten seems to be a person of her word as well, and I think we're going to be okay. I think they're standing tall. Who else?
How much longer will we be with this pandemic relief and stimulus? We need to get back to work.
Yes, ma'am. So her question is, how long are we going to continue this pandemic relief and get back to work? So you know I've been begging our governor to get rid of the extra $300 a week of federal unemployment insurance, I think going back to February and March. But she refuses to get rid of it. We're paying people more to stay home than to go to work. A family of four can actually make $108,000. $108,000 on the federal programs out there right now. And they're going to start a new one, an extra $300 per child going forward as well. So I think you're absolutely right. If people would ask me what's the #1 impediment to the economy in Kansas, I think it's a lack of people able or willing to go back to work. There are people that needed the help, but I think unemployment now for the most places is around 3%. And everywhere I go, folks tell me that they're looking for people to come back to work. And the last thing I would say is, and they've increased wages most everywhere I know of 10 to 15% as well. And still can't get people to come back to work because we're paying more to stay at home than come back to work. But here's the crazy thing. If we had the president or the vice president or the speaker of the house here, they would look you in the eye and say, you're crazy. That extra money we're giving has nothing to do with the situation. That's what they would tell you.